What the hell? Okay. I hope I don't get stuck because I didn't bring a change of clothes. So like our system was down, so I'm not really able to get dispatched. So I was sitting around. Now I got to recover a trailer. So I might not have time to make it back. I might, you know, have to lay over in a hotel. But dude, I didn't bring a change of clothes. I guess that's my fault. I guess I have to think that they're going to book me so heavy every night that maybe I should bring a change of clothes, right? But that's not what I wanted to talk about. I want to know if anyone is watching, how do you become a driver at UPS? How do you do that? Because um, there's a YouTube content creator out here called Mr. By the Mile, and he's kind of crazy. I'm gonna do a live stream about his latest post because it's pretty crazy, right? This dude is a trip to just watch and see what he does. You know, I followed him, and I definitely agree with a lot of his union advice. A lot of what he says about the union, why you should go union. Union jobs are better, right? Like, think about it, dude. If you're at work, right? So if you're, I got to stop saying right. I say right way too much, right? Someone, fuck, dude, I said it again. Anyways, in one of these live streams that I'm referring to on Mr. By the Miles channel, somebody from UPS came in. This was around the beginning of the year, or maybe around April or something. I don't know. It was like a month ago, and someone came into his chat claiming to be a UPS tractor trailer driver. A lot of the times when you say UPS driver, people automatically assume that we're talking about the box truck drivers that literally deliver boxes and mail to people. Go ahead and lower this trailer a little bit. I think it might be too high. But yeah, one of the UPS guys came in there claiming that they made, turn this off, claiming that they made $179,000 from January to December of last year at UPS as a truck driver. Isn't that crazy? And I'm pretty sure UPS has automatic transmissions. Oh, look, I can't even take it. There's a lock, which means it's not ready to go. That or there was some miscommunication, so I got to leave this here. Hey, there's a lock on this trailer. I found it, but there's a red lock on the E-line hookup to the trailer, so yeah, dude, think about that. There's people at UPS, these trucks that we see on the highway all the time, and they're making like 180 a year. Isn't that nuts, dude? Pretty much got enough fuel, but I'm gonna top it off since I'm right here. I don't know about you, but 180 a year for a Class A that I have with all my endorsements, which I have, no accidents, which I have, 180 a year, dude. Start pumping it, fucker. That would solve a lot of my problems. Okay. You want to be a little biznatch, don't you? Okay. So I guess I'm literally just topping off right here. I thought I was going to be able to still fill up. Yeah, dude. How do you get on with UPS? So I almost got a union job. I almost got on with Safeway. But this was at a time when I was off the truck for almost a whole year. I was working that box truck job in San Leandro. So my skills weren't really up to par. I was struggling with the blind side backing that they wanted me to do. I kept getting out and looking too many times, even though I had enough space between the trailers to do it. I don't know about you, but I get nervous when people are watching me drive, like on these tests or whatever. And then when they're not watching me and I just get a job like at a mega carrier, I'm just, I'm doing everything with, right? like easily, when I don't got someone prying their eyes on me in the passenger seat, like an evaluator or whatever. One thing about that job is they were talking to me about all of the union politics that are involved with the union job, like the seniority thing. She was pretty much telling me, like, say you come in here and you're a really hard worker and you want to do all the loads, you want to run all the fucked up routes that other drivers don't want to do. Well, other drivers that have been here for 10 plus years, they're still going to be above you in pay and getting days off. And you, the new guy, you're going to get the shit end of the stick for quite a while until you grow in seniority. And seniority at a union job could mean sometimes 5 to 10 years, right? Until you really start seeing, I guess, the quote unquote big checks or whatever. That's enough. Just a little bit right there. That's enough. These guys that you hear about on channels like Mr. By the Mile, these union guys that are talking about how much money they make, how long did it take to get there? And dude, how do you even get that job? I check UPS's website all the time. I never see them hiring. Dude, I think it's like a feeder driver or just a straight tractor trailer operator or whatever. Dude, I never see them hiring. Never. They're always hiring for like mechanics or someone who wants to work in a warehouse or like management or whatever. But I never see them. Fucker. I never see them hiring for truck drivers. I never see that job opening. Right? Start. Okay, I got in here. Lot 3, Area 4. So the problem with Mr. By the Mile is I think he embellishes. I think he stretches the truth on how much money he makes. And this is how I think he does it. So when you're talking about how much money you make, people aren't usually thinking about the benefits package. Although you could say that's a part of it. But when he says he makes $150 a year, I think every now and then he brings in some fat checks that have to do with, how do you say, like all of the ways that they get paid. Hourly, whatever, their high CPM or whatever it is, right? But honestly, I think that there's a lot going on at ABF Freight that Mr. By the Mile isn't talking about. If you really watch his channel, it's a gravy train. Well, that's the thing that sucks, dude. You can't really watch his channel anymore. Lot 2, Lot 3. Where's Lot 3? Lot 1. Okay, so I'm down here. And I'm looking for Area 4. So it's going to be on this side in the next row. Got it. So yeah, if you were to, like I said, you can't. Back when Mr. By the Mile, before he fucked up his channel and we were able to get, all of this union information that he was talking about, it was just a gravy train at his job. It was all good. Nothing can ever go wrong. But then there's another YouTube channel that talks about the union, specifically ABF Freight, called Army Vet Truck Driver. And he had to leave ABF Freight because he was only working one day a week or less than that. Like some weeks he wouldn't even work. So I don't know what he was doing, if he was driving Uber to supplement his income, but because he's in the military, he ended up going back to, working for the military. And because he's in the military, he was able to stay at ABF Freight to keep his seniority, which is a really good way to do it. If you could stay at ABF Freight, keep your seniority, stay on the roster, but go get another paycheck somewhere else, dude, that's awesome. I tried to join the military, but when I was young and dumb, Area 4, 0169. Or what? 619. Okay. I robbed somebody when I was a kid, and the military, the government, even though it's a juvenile offense, the armed robbery that I did, it's as good as an adult offense. Like I might as well have done it when I was an adult, even though I was like what 15 years old when I did it, and that kept me out of the military. Right? There was a way for me to get in, but they wanted me to jump through all kinds of hoops that I just wasn't gonna do. They wanted me to get like 3 or 4 recommendation letters from my seniors, and then I was gonna sit in front of a board and sell myself, and then maybe they were gonna let me in, which is fucking dumb, dude. Because it's like, okay, so you're gonna keep me out because I fucked up when I was a kid, but as an adult, right? Like I tried to join when I was like 29. I tried to join when I was younger than that, and still the juvenile thing kept me out. But they're gonna let all these, I'm not even gonna say it. You know who they're letting join the military, but they're letting guys, they're turning guys away just because they got a juvenile criminal background. Like, come on, man. What a joke. What a joke of military recruitment, right? But yeah, I think Mr. By the Mile isn't letting us know what's really going on. I mean, you notice how he's at home a lot, right? Maybe that's because there's not a lot of work at ABF Freight. And the few times when it's popping, when it's gravy, that's when he's letting us know what's going on. But in the meantime and in between time, when he's at home, I don't know if they're just letting him stay home and they're paying him to stay home. I don't think the union is that generous, right? Is this my correct container that I'm supposed to be picking up? Where are you? 173. Yeah, this is it. So I don't know if I could trust what Mr. By the Mile says, but I don't know. So, like, I don't trust what Mr. By the Mile says, but the UPS guy that came into that live stream that he was doing and said that he made $179,000, I'm pretty sure he means that that's what he was grossing from January to December at UPS. I believe that before I believe Mr. By the Mile. And I'm not saying that ABF Freight is a bad job or whatever, but I'm just having a hard time believing what Mr. By the Mile says. I believe what that UPS guy says. So if you know how to get on with UPS, let me know. I think I'm to the point now where it's probably worth it to slum it out in the warehouse and to build up that seniority. And then maybe I could put my Class A to use like 2 or 3 years later if I'm going to make like 200 grand to do it. That's worth 3 years of waiting to me, right? Honestly, dude, if I could make that much money, that would solve a lot of my problems right now. Like living with family, fucking what else? Slumming it. Hell, even living in fucking Modesto, which sucks. It's all just because I'm broke. Tug test. Yeah, we're good. If I could make that much money, dude, that would solve pretty much all of my shit. Wouldn't have to worry about much if I was making that much money. Come on, fucker. Dude, it was a biznatch getting into this yard. I had to go stop at the office and call my dispatch, and usually coming in here, it's pretty snappy. You just get in and out. It's we're good. We're connected really good. Yeah, I don't know what happened getting in here. I did the pre-trip. I checked all of my connections. I got to start getting zip ties, I guess, just for that extra security, but it's good. Let's do a walk around for the lights, then we'll take off. You guys want to know something? You know how I'm still a rookie? whenever I take off, after I pre-trip everything, do all my calls or macros, whatever they're called at your company, and I check the trailer like 2 or 3 times before I leave. When I pull out from the spot that that I'm taking the trailer out of, whether it's a container or whatever, right? I'm still always scared and nervous. Like I feel as if I didn't check something. Like I don't know, dude. Like I'm gonna pull out of the spot, and the trailer's just gonna drop or break or some shit, or like I jump the fifth wheel, even though I get under the fifth wheel and I check to make sure that I'm wrapped around the kingpin. Like I do everything that I'm supposed to do, right? But I'm still like a nervous wreck until I get onto the road, right? Until I'm off of the property that I'm picking up from and I get onto the road. Once I'm driving, I'm good. But I don't know, that initial just pulling out of the spot, I don't know what it is. I always feel like I didn't do something. Like remember in Home Alone when they got on the plane and the mom was like, dude, I feel like I forgot something. And it was the kid. That's me every day at work. When I leave the Costco DC, when I do intermodal and I'm leaving this rail yard, I always feel like I fucked up on something. I don't know what it is, dude. Maybe that's just the respect that I have for the job or something to where I'm like always questioning myself. Like, am I sure I checked everything? I checked all the connections on the container. I checked the tires. I checked my glad hands, checked the fifth wheel, raised up the landing gear, put it away. I checked to make sure that my pins are out on my tandems and the handle is in the stowaway position. I checked everything, the lights. There's no crazy dents. But I don't know. See, right now I'm good because nothing happened. I think it's because when I was at England, a lot of people were like rushing to do their pickup and they just got out of CDL school. So I saw a lot of cranes being brought onto the Walmart DC property because people jumped their fifth wheel and there was no way to like recover the trailer to put it back on the ground so they could pull out. So they had to have a crane come and hold it up so the tractor can get up from under it. Shit like that. People dropping trailers. Just shit like that. All of these rookies fucking up. It makes me second guess myself. Because I'm still a rookie. I mean, 4 years into it, I don't know. I don't feel like a rookie. When I was 3 months into it, that's when I really felt like a rookie. I feel like I got a little bit of seniority in trucking. Like, I know what I'm doing. It's to the point now where it would really suck to have to go back to, dude, I worked some fucked up jobs before I became a truck driver, dude. In construction, I did a few warehouse jobs here and there. And that would suck to have to go back to regular work after being a truck driver this whole time, and you got to go back to regular life, regular work. Scan that. Let's go. Finally, shit. I gotta take my phone off of the mount, take my seatbelt off. Now the driver behind you is all pissed off because you took hella long. Dude. And then you're still not going. Do the brakes. Turn that off. Okay, we're good. Let's go. Let go, let go, let go, let go. Buenos dias, muchachos. It is about to be 9 in the morning. I have been working all night up until the sunrise, well into the sunrise now. I hope most of the commute is already over because I'm heading in the commute direction. Out here in the Central Valley, people commute, Jesus Christ, people commute into the Bay Area, and it gets really bad around like 4, 5, 6 in the morning. Even 7, it's still kind of messed up. So I'm hoping I don't get caught up in that, because I still got 36 minutes to go, and I think I'm down to my last hour. I still have to, whatchamacallit? What do I got to do? Oh yeah, I got to take this into Tracy to the depot, but then I got to turn around and go back to our yard. So I don't even know if I'm going to have enough time to do that. I'm making good money. Just this trailer run from the shop is like $45, and I ran like a $300 something load. So what's that? Like $350 something I made today. We can't go right on the red. Even at this one, I checked, and I'm not allowed to make a right turn when it's red. So yeah, what, 3/4? So I made like what? I think it's like, what is it to go to Red Bluff and back? Like $315 at my CPM, like all together, because it's $20 a stop. So yeah, it's like $315 plus this 45. What is that? 45, 50 US. So what's that like? I'm horrible at math. What is that? 360? Is that 360? 315 plus $45? Hold up. I'm focusing on the road, so it's hard for me to do a math problem in my head. If you guys could calculate that out, definitely drop it in the comments. So now I got to focus on getting on the freeway. Okay, so let's just count it out. 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, plus $10, 60. Yeah, dude, that's $360 right there. Not bad at all for some local work to go home. I think it's because we're like short on drivers, so they need me to come in and work my last 14 today. I'd be fine to do reset, because either way, I'm still going to be back like the next day after my reset's done, right? Because say I were to start reset, I would start today like what? So 10:30 in the morning, 11, I'd start a reset. So that means I would be back to work Friday night at like what? 10, 11. I would take off to Eureka or run up to Reno or something. Making good money. Making damn good money on this account, dude. I'm not keeping any of it though. It's all going to paying off debt. I'm trying to be so aggressive with paying off this debt, dude. It's been a monkey on my back, and I'm just trying to pay off these last 2 credit cards, this fucking AT&T, this last device. I'm just waiting for the bill to come into the mail. Dude, once you're done paying off debt, oh God. But you know what? Shit happens, doesn't it? And then you end up back in debt. It's like this never-ending thing where you're constantly just chasing your tail. You know, I'm not going to let it happen. You know, the reason why I got into debt is really because I switched jobs. Well, why did I get into debt? It's because I went from making all that money at CR England, and then I wasn't making shit. Dude, I was making $600 or $700 a week by the time I left CR England. And I was used to clocking in like net $1,500 a week on average, $2,000 net, dude. I had a couple $2,400 checks over there at England, net. I went from netting like 15 to $2,000 and above to fucking $600, $700, dude. So of course I had to leave that job. I should have. If I had known what I know now back then, if I knew better, it was a violation. Okay, so I'm down to an hour now, and what? An hour? Yeah, I should be able to drop the trailer off. It'll be pushing it. I'm gonna have to drop this trailer off quick, dude, and just turn around and just bounce, like real quick, real quick. Dude, if I had known that they were getting it like this at JB Hunt, I would have just came straight to JB Hunt after CR England, and that would have solved all my problems. I wouldn't have gotten into all that debt and wasted all that time. That was like what? I would have been at, where would I be at? I'd probably be at like 67, 68 cents a mile by now. I'd probably, where's it? Yeah, I'd be at 68 cents a mile right now. Right now I'm at 65, right? Because I would have, been here for all those years that I was fucking around at night transportation and doing that temp job, right? And then all just applying and going to these interviews for these other jobs. I just didn't get them. Instead of bullshitting, I could have just came right here to JB Hunt and I would have been making hella money and I wouldn't have gotten myself into all this debt. But you live and you learn. It's all good. We're starting to patch things up now. So yeah, if you know how to get hired at UPS, what the fuck was that? If you know how to get hired at UPS, I had an alert that just, dude. Oh, it's this. Okay, okay. So if you know how to get hired at UPS as a Class A truck driver, definitely let me know about it in the comments. For as hard as I'm working right now, I'm making good money. I'm making good enough money to where maybe it's worth sticking around Modesto, even though I don't like living in Modesto. I don't like living in the Central Valley, dude. The Central, like, it's no disrespect to anyone from the Valley, from the 209 or whatever, but dude, it's not just the 209. It's the 559, the 661, hell, even the 916, dude, and like on up, dude. Like that whole thing, like up and down Highway 5, it just sucks, dude. It just really, it's hot. It's so fucking hot, and then dude, it gets so cold too, right? Like I'm literally like I grew up over here in the Bay Area. I'm not used to all this. Like I guess I am, but it still sucks. Like this heat and shit. Motherfucker. No, dude, I'm recording a fucking video. Hello. Dude, I'm vlogging right now. Not now. Fuck off. Shit. Okay, so before we got disrupted, how do you get hired at UPS as a truck driver? Okay. Let me know about it in the comments. I could just imagine how much money I'd be making for the same amount of work that I'm doing. I'm like maxing out my clock all the time. No, dude. Who the fuck is calling me? Hello. I'm blocked.
Good morning, Miguel.
No, this is not fucking Miguel, dude. I'm recording a YouTube video, dude. Fuck off. Miguel, what the fuck? Since I got this new phone, dude, I guess it used to be Miguel's phone. I'm not fucking Miguel, dude. What the fuck, man? Block, dude. Jesus Christ. So I could just imagine how much money I would be making at UPS for the amount of work that I'm doing right here. Like I said, I'm thankful for this job because I could be unemployed. I've been unemployed with my CDL before. It sucks. And that is one major reason why I'm in debt now. I'm barely paying that shit back from when I was kind of like living on credit cards for a little bit. But just imagine, dude. That dude said he made $179,000 from January to December at UPS in Mr. By the Miles live stream. It wasn't him. It was someone in the comments, dude. I believe it. I believe it because what Sean O'Brien, like I said, he said he has drivers that are making $250,000. Dude, that's why I got my Class A. I'm trying to make money like that. Let me know about it in the comments. Do I gotta like slum it out in the warehouse before I can get onto a truck. Like not one of those fucking box trucks, like a truck, you know, like a Class A truck. Let me know about it. Be sure to smash the like button on this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next vlog. Peace out.